So inquiring minds want to know, are you vegan? Are you whole food plant-based? What are you? Well, one, I am a person that eats real food. So I'm about 95% plant-based. I do eat fish occasionally. It has to be wild caught. But other than that, about 95%, I can go for a month without eating anything like fish or anything like that. But folks, I just encourage people to eat real food. Eat it as close to what God made as possible. And if you're going to mix it up with some ingredients and make it fancy, make sure you're starting with what God made. I don't have a problem with you spicing up your food because I definitely use a lot of spices. But you want to go with as much unprocessed food as possible. Now, I am not a purist. I am not a purist. So do I still use some processed things? I most certainly do. For example, mustard is processed. I use mustard a lot. This is processed. I'm not going to make my own almond milk. I tried that. It's boiled in two or 3 days. This is processed. Why do I use it? Because I'm trying to get out the fat in terms of when I make my smoothies. I use this a lot in my smoothies. But overwhelmingly, most things I use are not processed or they're minimally processed, and I know exactly what it is. So when I say stay away from processed food, I'm talking about all that food in the frozen food section, except for the frozen vegetables that are salt-free. All the foods in the middle aisles, folks, cereals are just the worst, right? They spike your blood sugar, etc. So no, I'm not a purist. I still use some things processed, but I'm encouraging you just to eat what God made. Folks, we got to get away from fast food and we got to get back to slow food. So if you're going to begin to transition to a healthier way to eat, you have to spend time in the kitchen, unless you have a whole lot of money and you can pay people to cook for you. So there you have it. No, she is not 100% plant-based or 100% vegan, but I do try to eat what God made 95% of the time. As a matter of fact, I eat what God made all the time, but it's just not always plant-based. So this is your girl, Troy Lee, holistic nutritionist. If you want to live a drug-free, pain-free life, I'm your girl. Starts in the kitchen and it ends with the patch. See you later, alligator.